Today, I want to talk about confidence because sometimes you call yourself confident, but you are checking who watches your story every 10 minutes. You say you do not care what anybody thinks, but one person not liking your picture ruins your entire day. You act cold because you are scared of being rejected. You act arrogant because being humble feels too vulnerable, and then you wonder why you still feel insecure when you are alone. That is not how confidence works, okay? Real confidence is quieter than people think. Sometimes it looks like posting something without checking the comments every 5 minutes. Sometimes it looks like admitting that you are hurt without turning your pain into a performance. Sometimes it looks like saying, I actually do care about this, instead of pretending that you do not care because you are afraid of failing. Sometimes it looks like walking away from somebody you still like because you finally understand that liking someone does not automatically mean that they are good for you. Confidence is not becoming a person who never feels embarrassed. It is becoming a person who does not destroy themselves every time they feel embarrassed. And if you are listening to this because you wish you were more confident, I want you to know something. You probably do not need more confidence as much as you need to stop doing things that make you lose trust in yourself, because confidence is connected to self-trust. If you tell yourself you are going to do something, then you keep abandoning it, your mind notices. If you tell yourself you are going to stop checking that person's profile, but then you check it again 20 minutes later, your mind notices. If you say you are going to work on your dream, but every day you avoid it because you are scared it will not work, your mind notices. And eventually you start feeling like you cannot depend on yourself, and then you tell yourself you're lazy, you call yourself weak, you tell yourself that you have no discipline, you compare yourself to people who seem more successful, and you become even more afraid to begin. But maybe the problem is not that you are incapable of doing things. Maybe you have been expecting yourself to suddenly become a completely different person. Maybe you keep making huge promises when you are emotional, and then you feel disappointed when real life becomes difficult. You do not need to wake up tomorrow and become perfect. You do not need a new personality. You do not need to become louder. You do not need to become colder. You do not need to stop caring about everything. You need to start becoming someone who believes their own words. You tell yourself you will spend 20 minutes working on something, and then you do it. You tell yourself you will go to sleep instead of staying awake for hours thinking about somebody. Then you put your phone down. You tell yourself you will stop speaking badly about yourself in public. Then when somebody compliments you, you say thank you instead of immediately insulting yourself. But every time you follow through, you create evidence, and confidence is built from evidence, not imagination.